All right, what's up? Welcome back for another recap. So today we have, well, first off, hopefully you guys had a great holiday, long weekend. Hopefully you guys got some relaxing time in, maybe some study time in, some time with family, and just got to refresh for this week. Today we did get some action on ARBB. We also got some action on BACK and IINN. I'm finishing up today small green, so very small green, 114. I had two trades pretty much. I did not do much trading today. ARBB, I felt like the fills were just off, but now that I was looking back at my recording, it was the Thinkorswim that was every time I'd hit buy, it would be like a 2 second lag effect for the order to go through, but the order would get me filled at the price that it was at when I hit buy. So even though it was laggy, I still got filled at the time I hit buy. I didn't notice that until after I watched the recording, so I really could have kept trading on big size and really start to push it today because ARBB was having great opportunity. But in the moment, I was like, I don't know. I'm not feeling right with all these, with this lag on the fills, and it just was kind of throwing me off. And so, from a risk standpoint, whenever I'm getting laggy fills, I usually size down and try to minimize that as much as possible. Maybe resetting my broker, resetting my Wi-Fi, doing all this stuff to kind of maybe reset the connection if that was it. But it seemed to me that just a lag effect between maybe my Dash Trader along with my Thinkorswim. But every time I was hitting buy, as when I was watching the recording, I would get filled at the time that I hit buy, but the fill to actually go through on the screen would be about 2 or 3 seconds later, or about 2 seconds later, which was throwing me off. So I actually had to minimize this just so it doesn't, in the future it doesn't throw me off. So I'll know if I get filled just through DAS, and if I get filled, late, it kind of won't throw me off. Because if it doesn't register a trade like that I'm in a stock, it's hard for me. How am I supposed to sell a stock that the broker doesn't know yet that I own? So that's what also is kind of throwing me off. But we can go through ARBB. This one had no news, had a really small float, but we were holding. We were holding the range. I like when we're holding the range and consolidating around VWAP during pre-market coming into the open. The daily chart had low resistance because it was a semi-recent IPO back earlier in the year. So we did have a lot. We didn't have any. We did not have any We didn't have a lot of previous trading history, nor any of this trading history was on high volume. So that meant that the resistance levels were likely very, very weak from previous trading days. So that's really how we got such a big move here on ARBB. Not quite to all-time highs, but enough to make a really nice move from 80 cents up to $4.54, and that was just absolutely amazing. And it was really nice front side coming right out here at the open. I was able to catch a quick dip here off of down here at 220, selling back at 224. And then I had a scalp here in this area for a break of 250. I didn't hold up to the halt up. I thought we would see a little bit more resistance coming into the high, maybe not moving that fast, but we ripped right up from 240 all the way up to 277, halting up. And once we resume under 3, I did a quick dip and rip, so I added about 500 shares or so, and this is where I got the lag. I was filled on my Dash Trader, but when it registered on Thinkorswim, the stock already moved up at like 320, and by the time the stock was at 320, Thinkorswim was already telling me that it just got filled at 299. So I couldn't really sell until Thinkorswim registered that I was in the stock. So I got filled at 315 on my sell order. I was still able to get a nice 15-20 cents on that. So I was up about was up about like 80 or 90 bucks on that trade, and then from down here I made a couple bucks as well, so that put me up about 115, and that was really it. I really reeled in my trading after that lag effect. I sized down to like 100 shares. I was kind of trying to trade this range a little bit, but I did get chopped up in the highs a couple times, and then finally, we were holding up this flag, and we closed this candle near the high, this candle near the high, and then this candle again closing near the high. And once we rejected this area, we rejected the highs, almost flushed all the way back down, but we were supporting the lows. And once we started reclaiming the top of that candle, I knew that we were going to make a move, and I knew that short to be trapped. But that lag effect definitely kept me at bay today. It did make a little bit more of a move, kind of without me, but it is what it is. Just from a risk standpoint, whenever I'm having technical issues, I always reel in my share size, minimize trading until I can kind of see better reactions or better executions. And that's just from a risk standpoint. The last thing you want is for you to hit the buy button and your platform shuts down, and then you're scrambling to log back in or pull up your phone to try to sell, and then maybe you're stuck in a flush or something like that. It's happened many times before, and I've heard many people getting stuck in some crazy, stupid situations where they had some red flags earlier in the day, but because they weren't listening to those red flags, something worse happened and they were stuck in a trade and they weren't able to get out. Or just sheer of like hitting the buy button, and just that couple second lag, it could flush and you wouldn't be able to sell until the broker recognizes that you're in the trade. And that was the main thing that I was a little bit nervous of, taking bigger size with that lag effect. But hopefully tomorrow will be better. I think it was just this stock that I was getting it on, because I was trying to trade IINN, and I also tried trading BACK on small size and XSTP, and it seemed like those fills were a lot better. But most of the opportunity today was on ARBB. So I reviewed my film today, and definitely I think this stock was very strong. It was very strong, especially when you see the halt levels. If you have Dash Trader, you can see the halt level resumptions price. So whenever I see the resumption price, it starts at like maybe 280, and then like a minute later it's up to like 270 or 287. Then a minute later it's up at like 293, and then before you know it, right before it opens, it's up at 299. Whenever I see that open price start to inch a little higher, I know that there's people itching to get into the stock. There's people that it would be a very bullish open. So that's why I was a little bit confident getting into that quick dip and rip after the halt resumption. But it was a little bit choppy after that resumption. Very, very choppy. But if you're able to stay disciplined and not buy too high or too extended, you definitely had some solid opportunity to get green. So again, base hit today, nothing really, completely outsized. My size was relatively small today, but tomorrow I'll definitely, if we see something great again like we got today in ARBB, I'll definitely am going to want to press into that and push my comfort zone, given that my fills are, quick, smooth, and easy. And I'm just going to look forward to tomorrow. So this week, so far, the momentum is kind of still here from last week, which is surprising. You would think that, the week between Christmas and New Year's would be slow, and usually it is. But, today we had a 300% gapper on ARBB. So, you gotta, take a look at the facts. Maybe your beliefs are saying, oh, it's never hot around the holidays, or I should keep my risk low around the holidays. But if you look at the facts, we had a stock that went from 83 cents to $4.52. It was 380% move. Very liquid, great volume, good momentum, holding up and continuing higher. This is definitely something you want to see. So, your preconceived biases might be saying one thing, but if you look at the facts, it definitely shows you that the market is still somewhat warm, and gotta continue to pounce on those opportunities, get in on those opportunities as they come. It's really nice that we had that strong consolidation, holding the lows, rip higher, consolidation, rip higher, consolidation, rip higher. Very clean charts. ARBB, yeah, I definitely like that, and hopefully we get something like this tomorrow. So that's really it for me. Not a very long recap. Just want to make it nice, short and sweet. So pretty much 2 trades: the dip and rip at the open, and also the dip and rip for the halt resumption on relatively small size. But was able to make 115 bucks. Solid, base hit kind of day. Tomorrow, looking to come back and see what we have. So hopefully you guys have a good rest of your night. Study up and hit that like button for me. If you're a new viewer, hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for the pre-market pump at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, peace.